We're back to our regular daily. It's been rough, guys. It's been rough around here in Appalachia. So, the Illusionist, Dragonslayer. Not a lot of differences, right? Not. There is one that I think is pretty awesome. But ability requirements, no ability requirements to be a wizard, magic user, mage, whatever you want to call them, right? Spell tosser. But the Illusionist, int 15, dex 16. On a 3d6 method, that's rough. Alright, that's a rough one. Unlimited human advancement, gnome 12. Impressive, right? If you use my house rule of the prime requisite is bonus levels for single class characters, that could be up to 15th level gnome. Not bad. The inverse of that method is you apply minuses. I'm going to play 8 int. Okay, sure. -2. -1. But they specialize in deception magic to manipulate reality. Shadow magic. Illusions. Trickery. D4 hit die. Prime rec is an int. No armor. No shields. It's the standard. I think I touched on that in the magic user video. Dragonslayer really doubles down if you're casting arcane spells. You're not wearing armor, even if you're multi-class, even if you're elf. A lot of people don't like it. This is what it is. Weapons are the same. Dagger, dart, quarterstaff, sling. Likes to sling him rocks. It does take a little bit more skill to use a sling than people give it credit for. I'm just saying. But dart, I've always liked dart for magic users. My 2E wizard used destructive poison darts. If you're a big Dragon Magazine fan, you know exactly how devastating that'd been with a rate of fire. Anyway, they start with the Black Tongue, like the magic user. I don't know if I mentioned that. Black Tongue is their version of a special language for arcane people. Probably should have went over that. I'll do a whole separate video on languages because I have a real different approach on that. They get the same ability. Scrolls, 250 gold pieces, spell level, no more than 3 spell levels. I would rule that at 9th level, name level, or somewhere along the line as a reward for a character, that they could do more than that on a scroll. Arcane channeling is just the same as the wizard. They can burn out their first level slot for detect magic or read magic whenever they want to. Channeling. I really thought that was be a Phantasmal Force, but you know what? It does make sense. Single spell memorization. No more than one copy of a spell in your memory. This is going to be just like the magic user video, except Illusionist. And maybe I'm going to throw my 2 cents about Illusionist in a minute. Bonus spells per level, 15 or higher, you get an additional first, and when you get second level, 1 additional. Not like that tiered thing we did in AD&D for the cleric. I like that. It keeps it simplified, keeps it more on that BX side, or AD&D light, as we like to call it. I like that. It's not too powerful. You don't have a ton of spells at first level, because that is your game mechanic for balance, for you balance junkies. It is rougher to level as a wizard or spellcaster, but you can be a powerhouse. You have spells that turn the tide of battle, right? How many encounters have you gone that the right spell cast has made it a pushover encounter, as opposed to this is going to be tough for these guys? Well, there's a lot of enemies. I cast haste. Your fighter heavy party just got, crank. And the initial spells are the same. 3 read magic plus 3 random rolls. Offense, defense, utility. All those spellcasters in Dragonlance start with up to 4 spells. But there's the randomness that a lot of people really like from BX. I was never a fan of rolling for your spells. But there is an option. If you roll 6, you get Illusionist choice. Same way for magic user. If you roll a 6 on any of those lists, you get a pick. And then we like chucking them dice, don't we? We like the randomness. Maybe it's satisfying our basic need for gambling as dudes. And did I mention it's the best artwork out there? Period, hands down. It's the image of a bugbear. Owlbear, staring at multiple images of the Illusionist, not knowing which one to chomp on. I dig it. Dig the artwork. Now, Illusionists are hard to qualify for. The other thing, it does bring up the gnome ability under the class description for Illusionist, in case you forget that gnome illusion magic its spell duration increases by 3 rounds. I think it's very important. I think it's really pushing anyone to play who's playing Illusionist to play a gnomish Illusionist, and that plays well into the trickster persona that people like to put on the gnome. I'm record not really being caring for gnomes. I don't. But now that's really about the lure of what player characters are drawn to play a gnome, to be honest, in my personal experience. And I know that's anecdotal. I get it, guys. I get it. Okay, my fucking table. Suck it. So, I think it lures a certain type of gaming personality, and I blame World of Warcraft. I really do. The reason a lot of DMs don't like Illusionists is it requires an above average amount of rulings over rules. A lot. And generally in some dungeon environments, their spells can be damn near useless. If you're in Barrel Maze and you have an Illusionist, that dude just carries a torch and throws a dart until you encounter other adventuring groups. Because otherwise, everything sees through their illusions because they have no mind. They have no mind to affect. They're immune to illusion magic. Undead constructs, you're just useless. But in town, in a very social game where people are yapping their jaws instead of delving and adventuring, illusions are very powerful. Charms are very powerful. I'm basically done talking about the Illusionist. This is just going to be me riffing. It appeals to people who have no control over their life and their social status, because this manipulates the social ladder at every opportunity. I've played for a very long time, and I've noticed a lot of players who play Illusionist want to be more social, but due to whatever personality quirks or mannerisms, just aren't good at it. But with the Illusionist, they bend others to their will and climb the social ladder. It's a personal observation, not grounded on any kind of fact, and I know it's anecdotal, but I've played off and on for 43 years, right? And I'm a people watcher. It's things I notice. So when I see certain telltale signs, it's people who like to fuck up your game for personal enjoyment. The people who are going to draw you to town are going to be playing Illusionists and Bards, and it's to make up for something. I don't believe D&D is therapy at all. I don't believe any kind of RPG is therapy. I believe anything that you enjoy doing is therapeutic. One of the most therapeutic things I do is sit in front of a fire next to my wife, and occasionally I'll have me a nice dark amber beer or a quad ale and just listen to the fire crackle. That's therapeutic for me. Hiking in the woods, therapeutic. Playing D&D, I enjoy, and I have fun doing it. Am I going to work out any issues doing that? No. Please don't involve other people in working out your issues. So we have basically 2 more classes to go over, and then I'm going to really start talking about things that we always talk about and we always go back to, but mainly mechanics things for Dragonslayer, and then I'll go back to doing a lot of OSR musings, and maybe put them on both. I'm talking about alignments, the simplified combat round, ranges, and things like that. And I could do a whole big thing on equipment too. I noticed that some of the equipment damage for stuff is different than how I've done it. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah. So anyway, getting to the equipment, I'll probably talk. Actually, I'm off topic again. But anyway, that's all I got to say about the Illusionist. Nothing really changed except for the channeling, and that gnomes get 3 bonus rounds after the Illusionist fail. If you are running a game that has lots of creatures in it and social interactions and town, the Illusionist is your go-to. Dungeon delving, situational for regular dungeons, and then when you get dealing with constructs and undead, you are toasty. There is nothing you can do. I'm looking forward after I master, and I recommend run a game as raw as possible the first time, and when you feel you've mastered it, make it yours with any system, any of them. I look forward to making more specialist mages like the Illusionist, Necromancer, Abjurer, stuff like that, and making that codified into this game. I haven't felt this kind of passion for a game since I got back into the hobby of playing after an absence with Labyrinth Lord. I feel the same way about Dragonslayer. I know a lot of people poo-poo it, and I don't get it. But then again, they double down on stuff I can't stand all the time. I'm like, I hate that shit. You do you, bud, but I'm not playing it. This is what I do. This is what I focus on, and I'm good at it. All right, I'm not gonna poo-poo myself. I'm a mediocre DM. That's how I look at it. I'm mediocre, but I'm consistently what I am. Consistent. I enjoy you all to talk less about games, but if you want to make videos, go do it. You want to make a game system? Fucking do it. You just want to make a 3 to 8 page list of your home rules and throw it out there and go, this is how I do it. I strongly recommend it because that helps people spark their idea how they can bend or change rulings or how to make rulings or how their rules are going to be in their game to make their games more enjoyable. Now, people do get overloaded with information in the information age. I'm completely off track. Completely off track. I gotta see the man with the chainsaw about a Frankenstein head. There you go.